Has anyone ever been like, hey, I want you to do a tattoo of my sleep paralysis demon? Like, could you make a demon based off Danny's?
I would even like post a story, like write a story about that, like ask a person. Like
mine wasn't hot, so
I wanted.
That sounds so cool to me. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna tell you my like troubles, and then you're gonna put a face to my demon.
I can draw it for you and just tag you there. Like,
mine would be all my terrible friend relationships.
It would be.
So I'll send you a picture of Alex as reference,
dude.
They're also it's a really fat demon.
Attention.
There's this new company I want to tell you guys about. It's called
TAE'TU.
Just when you thought I was about to hit you with TAE1,
we hit you with TAE'TU, dog.
That's right. It's a new aftercare company. They make a variety of products. Some would say all your aftercare needs. First, the adhesive healing bandage. Show them what we got, Alex.
Next.
Show them. No. Show them the adhesive.
This is the adhesive healing bandage.
Pretty sick. What's it for, Alex?
Adhesive healing.
Secondly, we have the foam healing soap. What do you think, Alex?
Wow, I feel so clean now.
Nice. We have this pen thing. Moisturizer spray that helps with
itching, infection,
swelling, and redness. Maybe you like spraying things.
Boy, oh boy, do I feel moisturized.
Then this is the product for you. With this quality of product, it's probably crazy expensive.
Gee, Willikers, this is a lot of money.
Says the poor. But with our discount code, Unemployable, you can get 15% off all these products right now.
Say what?
Welcome to the Unemployable podcast. With me today, we have special guest Valeriia, otherwise known as Ooqza. And we have Alex, otherwise known as
Ooqza.
Sure. Run with it. Run with it. Yep. We were just lightly talking about how much jewelry on a man is too much jewelry.
Yeah, dude. I think if you have more than one bracelet as a man, you know.
But if it's on both arms.
Well, that's the thing. Is I
what
think
do you have on there? I like that bracelet you got.
That's... Are we going to start from that, right?
What?
It's like...
Build from there.
It's the first thing in my life that I had like a couple thing.
Oh.
Since I'm doing like this long distance relationship right now. It's
yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah. That's what this is for, is story time. Yeah.
Then I'll show that 1 second.
Ooh. Show and tell.
I like a good show and tell. I haven't been to one since school. Sometimes John does it.
I came to his city where he lives now.
Your boyfriend.
Yeah. And we went to, it's not a party, but it's like a place where a lot of bars are. And they play music. It's like a dance floor and stuff. And they put bracelets, but there was like a Tinder party or something. And it
like
was
the app?
Not really, but it's like offline. And they like choose, like if you're like taken, or like it's difficult, you don't know what's going on. It's yellow.
Oh,
and
to let everyone know.
So yeah. So like you're wearing a bracelet. So mine is written taken. So
nice.
It's in
looks
Russian.
like my license plate.
That's a funny way to spell taken.
How'd you get my license plate?
How would you read that?
3A.
That's Carhartt.
No, I
dude.
got this.
Okay.
3A rut. A.
What, do you have to hold it in a mirror?
That's how we read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means taken.
Yeah, kind of. It's like
sometimes I wish Alex would get taken.
It's like algebra.
Show your math.
Well, if we do
1 + 1 is 2.
PEMDAS.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
All right, so you had this
we
on.
all were like having that, like, so they have the green ones who are like would like to be taken, you know, but they're not yet. Okay. And like they were like yellow.
What's yellow?
That's like difficult. They don't know.
Situation.
Like
they don't know. They have.
I have someone, but I'd like to be taken.
Kind of, or maybe it's.
I'm down to cheat on my partner tonight. Yeah.
Or then they would be like yellow, or not yellow, but green.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's like totally.
So the yellow is like I don't really know what's going on in my life.
Yeah,
like a situation.
Yeah, like back and forth. Maybe I don't know.
Alex would wear a green belt.
Yeah. I
Green
go
costume.
full- yeah.
Like alien one.
That's kind of cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
It's like a subtle way of
we
like.
didn't expect
right.
because like there is not Tinder in Russia
Oh
because
yeah.
you know
So
some circumstances made
can't
us
just go-
to lose that.
Yeah, that sucks. Dude. I want to get Tinder
It
back
was
in Russia.
it sucked anyway, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
Tinder is awful.
I want to start a petition to get Tinder back for Russia.
Oh, they took it away.
Yeah, because all the apps, all the foreign apps, they don't work anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. So
You guys don't have Pokemon Go no more?
no,
Damn. Fuck. That's it, man. Trip's canceled.
you're not going to Russia anymore, right?
Dude, I want to go to Russia so bad. Not now. You know, maybe a little tense, but maybe
Why
later.
not now?
You know, I would go.
Listen, I've been holding my tongue so well for the last 5 minutes. We all made an agreement.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I'd go. Do you know, I think of myself like a humanitarian. I'd go. Restore the peace.
I want to hear the story. So how does it connect to that bracelet?
So yeah, like on this bracelet, like since we both were having these bracelets, we didn't take them off for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Just like wearing them. It's like it's cute thing to have.
Yeah.
Like we are 15 or something.
Sure, whatever.
So we decided to make the bracelets where it's written the same word.
Oh, that's
pretty
fucking
cool.
sick.
Yeah, so me and
You
him,
still have this though?
yeah, I
You
have
carry it
in a
around?
in a phone case, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Damn, I want to find someone like that.
Oh,
That's so cool, dude.
You
I
wanna be
got you.
taken?
Yeah, I want to be taken, and I want to have like all the things to commemorate that. I think
Yeah.
that's really
so
cool.
it's like inside of the bracelet there is like kind of like I love you. And we
Aw.
could write anything we want.
yeah.
So we both decided to write that, but I was
It's like a handcuff.
Alex, I got you, dog. From me to you, baby. You can put I love you on the inside.
I keep this. I put
So
this
your
in the back
phone.
of my phone case.
You got 10 seconds before it starts smelling weird.
So, I mean, I've followed you for a little bit. I love your artwork because, like, once in a while I'll do the demon chicks, and I forget who showed me your page, but I was like
I'll take credit.
instantly hooked. Alex, I know you saw it real quick, but did you see her work?
I did, and it is really, really fucking cool.
Because it's not only like the faces. Like this one was
That one was
like this
insane.
like bio
oh wait,
stuff.
I was like where is
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't expect that be there.
like
Yeah.
where was the spine one? That one was crazy. I know that one.
It's attached in the like if you put the reels, if you press the reels. Yeah.
Real recognize real dog.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's right,
this one?
up.
No, there was another one I saw.
It's
On
pinned.
top, they are like attached.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah, that was great. That went viral though, right?
It's so cool to see bio like that.
Yeah, I really want to finish that.
It's like
'cause-
kind of anime based, right?
Yeah, and it's
has
not
that, like,
based.
style?
It's just like.
Well, I feel like I see that artwork like in animes, kind of, right?
There was one.
This is
like,
coming from
Ghost
someone that
in
watches
Shell.
zero anime.
Yeah, I've seen like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've heard.
It's like you can take the inspiration, but exactly this one, it never been anywhere.
Sure.
No, and that's so cool. I mean, that's like one of those styles that I feel like I never get to see enough of, and when it's done really well, like you've done, it's really cool to see.
And then there was like a couple things, because I know you have a reel that pretty much says like there's no point in copying someone else's style
Mm.
Wow, that
because
was
they've
sick.
already mastered that style.
Kind
Right?
of. Yeah, like if you repeat the same style, what do you get? Like you get money, okay, but there is no point like artistically to do that.
Yeah. But I liked it. I liked what it had to say. And then, so these are what? You said you draw demons from your head?
Yeah, they're like I was analyzing for one article, for one interview. I was analyzing like what am I doing even.
Yeah.
And
Had you ever thought about it before someone asked you?
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, when like it comes when people ask actually. So like we all probably heard that artists usually draw themselves
Sure.
or like someone they love or is like someone in
Yeah.
every art. I was thinking that like I don't draw anyone like any specific girl, so probably it's me. and I ended up in like thinking that it's probably my emotions, my like maybe like pain through life, and I don't know any. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's cool.
my emotions through life.
But I like that, like demons in your head. I know Alex has tons of demons in
I have
his
a lot of
head.
demons in my head.
Everyone
Can you draw
has.
us a demon, Alex?
Yeah, I
That's in your
can,
head?
dude.
Are they as attractive?
It's like a stick figure with horns.
Do you think
is
you
what I
have
would draw.
one demon in your head or multiple?
I have
demons?
multiple. Because but they appear in my night. Like I've always struggled with really bad nightmares, and they are all in my nightmares.
You
I
ever
used
had
to
sleep paralysis?
Yeah,
I've
I
had
just
sleep,
wanted to ask.
I've had sleep paralysis
Me too.
multiple times in my life. Multiple times.
Once I did it on purpose. Like I controlled this, but I got scared that like I was laying in the bed and I was like, okay, now breathe certain way and don't move, and like
Yeah,
you
it's
kind
like-
of like fall down there.
Yeah.
But then I started to feel like my, let's call it soul. I don't know if like people believe that or not. I don't know what's that. But I like my mental, I don't know, thing inside started to separate from my body.
Yeah.
And I started to like fly up.
That's
Yeah.
what happened to me. Yeah, same thing happened to me.
Yeah, and I was like, if I go through the ceiling and like just fly away, I will never come back to my body.
Yeah.
I got scared and I was like, no, we are back.
That's like what Insidious is based off of. The movie is kind of it deals in that like like the lucid dream stuff.
Yeah.
Which is really not
Astral
talked about.
projection.
Astral projection.
Yeah.
So I kept having a night terror 5 times in the same night. I knew when it was coming, my ears.
Why'd
would,
you
like,
go back to
ring.
sleep?
It was like 5 in the morning. I was tired. I was just like, I can't.
I would have gave up at 3. I'd be like, well, I'm awake.
Time to
now.
start
So
the day.
I did after the 4th attack. I would say attack because I felt I felt the presence in my room.
Dog.
Yeah. So I started looking up on YouTube because I was
For you.
desperate. So some girl was like, I clicked on a page that was a correlation between astral projecting and night terrors, and that they're the same thing. Like you're just scared of it. That's when your body starts hallucinating. But if you let the darkness takes you, you can astral project, and your boy flew through the stars, bro. I swear to God.
Like this, Alex.
I swear to God, bro. I fucking started flying through the stars, and
So
it's
you did it.
Yeah, I astral projected, and I've never had another night terror.
never
I've
come
been
back.
welcoming that shit back. I'm like,
I
What
did it
song
on
was
purpose.
playing as you were drifting through the
bro?
universe?
It
Mine would
was.
be Postal
It was like
Service.
Enya.
One song.
I didn't have a body. I couldn't
forget how
look
it
down. I
goes. The
just
one
saw
that's in the little
stars.
peeps.
That's cool.
It was fire.
You're a tripping.
Yeah, I wasn't on anything. So
So, like, has anyone ever been like, hey, I want you to do a tattoo of my sleep paralysis demon? Like, could you make
That
a
would be
demon
cool.
based off Danny's?
I would even like post a story, like write a story about that, like ask a person, like
mine wasn't
more-
hot. So
I wanted
That sounds so cool to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you my, like, troubles,
Yeah.
and then you're going to put a face to my demon.
I can draw it for you and just tag you there. Like,
Mine
that's
would be
yours.
all my terrible friend relationships.
It would be.
So I'll send you a picture of Alex as a reference.
dude.
I can
There
picture
also,
it.
it's a really fat demon.
It's pretty fat, and the clothes it's wearing is like. Really
I'll
messed
describe
up.
it for
A
you.
lot
It's
of
dumb. It's
acne.
overweight. It's poor.
dude.
But I love my friends.
Yeah, dude. John doesn't, dude. He's a horrible friend. Dude, I found an artist. I'm gonna butcher his name. His name's like Wibmer or something like that. But he just paints.
Yeah.
But he does these paintings of like it's like realistic faces with all like realistic features, but like somewhere there's a crazy distortion. Like there's like teeth up here or something.
That's
What?
cool.
That's what all of my shit looks like. Like it's just like really distorted and fucked up people. But like from like the neck down, they're very normal looking.
What do you think your personal demons look like?
They actually probably have faces,
Like
actually
human
human
faces?
faces. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. My fantasy goes to like my art that I do, but of
Yeah.
course, like these people have faces, so there's nothing creative in my traumas.
What about yours?
I've actually given that like a lot of thought before.
It doesn't surprise me.
I've like, because there was a while where I wanted to learn how to draw just so I could do that. Like I could draw like what was like fucked up in my head. I think mine just looked like.
How would that benefit you?
I don't know. I just wanted to see it. like not in my
Mom, keep your eye out.
Dude, one
If
time
you see that,
one
don't let it.
Polos.
I was in a really bad psychosis, and I thought I would like see this little girl running through the house, and I would chase it.
Why were you chasing it?
I have a question. Why do you see them?
Oh, dude, I was doing a lot of drugs.
What happened when you
makes
caught
so
her?
sense.
No, I didn't catch it. But my mom. But it was like 4 a.m, and like in my eyes, the door was like shaking and slamming open and closed, and I was just standing there like.
The little
watching it
girl was
happen.
doing that?
Yeah, and then she would laugh and
What was
run.
her name?
I don't know. She was just like a shadow
The
girl.
girl has their name?
No, the girl with no name is her name.
Wow.
The one with no name.
And you
And
think that little girl is you?
You're trying to open that door.
dude, I'm no, I can't. So I went to I gotta be careful. Yeah. I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, did you hear that? Like it was like, the next day. And she's like, hear what? I was like, Mom, there's a little girl running through the house at night. I'm like 17 years
yeah.
old.
I just need
old
to
enough.
know.
And my mom was like, is that you slamming doors at like 4 a.m? I'm like, Mom, no, you have to believe me. I promise.
What's your dad's name?
My dad's name?
Yeah.
Luis.
Your wife's like Louise.
Why do
I
you
think
ask
Alex's
about it?
transition.
He's having a really tough time.
His friend who's a little girl.
They catch Alex in
With no name.
in the hallway as pigtails and shit.
Slamming doors.
I don't want this closet to open, bro. That's such a funny thought, dude.
So, you know, going through your content and like the things that like you create, obviously there's more than just tattooing. You know, I see everything from you like introducing. I think I saw a video where you like show what's in your bag. You talk about mental health. You talk about
I
relationships.
try to do not only tattooing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Smart.
mean, I think
Interesting.
that's
Yeah.
great. Like you look at your page and you find out a little bit of who you are actually. You know, but I definitely see that mental health is talked about. And this might be a surprise to you, but you know, you're in the company of someone else that can deal with that from time to time.
Nice to meet you.
Now I'm scared. What? What's
Oh,
going
of
on?
Alex?
Oh, no, I just have really
Now
bad
the
mental
little
health.
girl thing's kind of weird.
Now that we're thinking about it. Yeah, no. No, I struggle with mental health, too.
I think
Do you have any-
everyone does,
Do you
right?
have any like what do you call it? Diagnosed?
Diagnosis?
So
Diagnosis.
So for
Yeah.
me personally, I'm, and it's like it's not like a hot topic, but for me, I don't really believe in like
Retarded.
a lot of. I don't believe in the term Down syndrome. I have abilities, not disabilities. No, but like you know, I think like I've been
Do you think Down syndrome is made up?
dude, they're faking it and they know it. No, but seriously, I think that, you know, like I have been diagnosed with like depression, anxiety. One person diagnosed me. I'm for sure ADHD. This one guy diagnosed me with like bipolar. But I think a lot of that.
Just random guy.
I was
Goes
working.
up
I was
diabetic.
behind him at Publix.
And then I got really mad. No, I was working with a therapist for a while, and it was actually really cool. But I also have struggled with addiction, and I've found that through dealing with that and you know working a program, like a lot of those other things get resolved. So I've never really gone down completely like the whole psychologist route, because I think those diagnoses for me were like, oh, but I've like found a solution for them that isn't pharmaceutical based or anything like that.
So like therapy. Or
Yeah, like therapy. I like go to meetings and stuff. Yeah.
it's like since I'm in America, I see these meetings like how they show it in the movies. Like when they like after 10 days they give you like a chip or something.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
it like that?
I got those chips.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow, I'm in America.
You should go. You should go
Welcome to America.
God bless
You should go to a meeting with us.
God bless him.
Will I get a chip after that?
I have a bunch in
They
my
clap because you're supporting your friend. They give you a standing ovation.
I didn't hear you.
The movies the movies make it kind of like corny, right?
They make it super
Sewing circle.
Or is it actually like corny in real life?
Well, I think from the outside looking in, it's super corny. Like, because I've, you know, like the people that don't take it as seriously, like, oh, it's a cult.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think it is kind of, when you think about it, like corny, like a bunch of people getting together and talking about their problems.
Yeah.
You know, but I find it wildly helped. It's the only thing that's ever worked, you know, so.
I think that in these kind of meetings, you probably see that you're not alone with these kind of problems. Because when you're like, for example, at home and you have depression, you don't leave the house at all, and you think that all these people on social media, they are happy. These people around in the supermarket, they are happy, and at this place, you see that not everyone is happy.
Yeah.
Maybe just.
Yeah, it is really comforting. I think there's like whenever you meet somebody that shares a similar trauma to you. But I think what's cooler about it, or what helps more, is like it's a whole bunch of people trying to find a solution to the problem, rather than like, oh, let's
they
all
all
talk
help
about
you.
it. Yeah, exactly. We all help each other, like a big network. It's cool.
Cool.
It is true. Do you think, like, you just talked about, like, you see everyone and everyone, like, appears to be happy and all that, right?
Social
like,
media are like
not
that.
even. So, yes, I agree, but I think also in society, like, around here at least, it's almost like don't burden someone with your issues. Like, when you go outside, like, just pretend to be
this
okay.
thing that all men has to be like strong, never cry, never complain, like a rock.
Yeah.
And then they end up from like dying from a heart attack at 45.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Right.
Because they don't tell the pain. They don't talk about it, and they like, I don't know.
What inspired you to start like posting about this stuff? Because obviously it's like public. You make comments about it.
It's
videos.
like it's something humanitarian, right? Is that the word? Like, like trying to help someone.
Yeah.
But like everyone, like even therapists, if since you said that everyone goes to therapy here.
Yeah.
I mean, like studying. Like even if you go to study therapy, first person you want to help to is yourself, and then you want to help people like you. It's like a need that you need to get like, covered, that like you kind of want, like you remember yourself how you were like struggling with something when you were a kid, nobody helped you. You are now this adult who can help, and you kind of subconsciously you want to help yourself.
Yeah.
Like take
when
your
you were
power
a
back.
kid, No,
It's like helping your inner child almost.
Yeah, like you heal your child and you want to heal others because you know how it is to be there. You know how it is to struggle, and you know how it is to like experience certain stuff. So if you didn't have a person like that when you were a kid, you want to be this person for someone.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I think there's like so many forms of it, and because like my experience is like I've had so much exposure to like therapy and rehab and a lot, you know, and like you get all these different versions of it, you know, everything that they teach it, like self-help programs, like books, like things affiliated with programs. You get like the inner child work. You get, what was that one you were doing?
I was doing hypnotherapy.
The trauma therapy.
Trauma therapy.
The thing with
like
the lights.
Hypnotherapy, I never tried, or anyone tried like in my circle.
It was cool. I think it's one of those things that you have to acknowledge. If it's going to work, you have to believe that it'll work. But more than, it wasn't like, oh, you're hypnotized. It was really just a very deep state of guided meditation where we both, you know, the person I was working with was walking me through it, and it was just.
But Alex
relaxed.
can be hypnotized.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
When
happened.
I'm drunk, I can be hypnotized.
No,
Like someone, whatever.
Someone
like
hypnotized
power
me.
of persuasion.
at the shop.
Yeah.
They really bottle of alcohol.
Yeah, they were like,
Ooh, like,
what is your name? I don't know.
one more shot, I'll tell you.
But there's like so many forms of it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it can be overwhelming. And I think maybe what all those things did was it like presented a choice, for me at least, you know, or at least like an option. Some of it I was completely like, I'm not doing this, or I just like wasn't in the right state. But I think there is benefit to kind of like paying someone to just listen. And like, awesome. You're like, oh, I can just dump this shit here rather than like on my friends or like family or people that are close.
And also these people might not support you like they should. They might not have energy this day, or they just don't have these tools to help you.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, I don't know, your loved one, the main person of your life, I don't know who, whatever it can be, and you come there and they are like, I just don't know what to do with that. Like, I'm sorry that you feel this way, but...
Which I think is the best answer possible, because what I see most of the time is like, let's say Alex is in a relationship and like he has problems with his significant other. So he goes to his boy who's not in a relationship to get advice.
And they're like, fuck it.
Or whatever.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, you're going to people that don't even have the experience to give you advice, you know? Or like, and all hypothetical, let's say in his relationship and he has an issue, and then he's going to his friend who's in a relationship, but it's a terrible relationship, getting advice from. It's the silliest thing ever. I watch it go on all day.
Of course, if you have any
yes, take their advice. You want what they have?
If you don't have anyone close to you who can give you, like, who has successful relationship or had maybe, but they ended for a different reason, then probably therapy. Yeah, because if you see that, like, usually they say, like, if you should take advices from people who achieved something that you want. Of course. Like, it can be business or a relationship or anything. Like, you don't listen to people who are, like, I don't know, poor, and you don't ask them, like, for money advice, of course. So it's like the same in relationship.
Yeah. Like, there's like saying like, oh, when I want to learn how to fuck my whole life up, I'll come ask you.
John says that one to me often. No, I think that's super important, and I think that's one of the bigger things that I've like learned recently in the past couple of years, since I kind of started that whole journey, was like, I go to people who's shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. You said journey. I pictured you with a backpack and a stick. When I started that journey.
It has been a long road. No,
goodbye, everyone.
I'm going to go find myself.
You're like wasted. You fall down 3 steps into your journey. 3 steps into your journey, you get a DUI. Sorry.
Getting a DUI
on your journey, on your road to success.
No, but that was like a big thing that I learned, right? Is like, I go to people who's like, I want their life, and in whichever facet they may be. Like, if it, like we all just said, right? Like, if I want money advice, I'm going to go to somebody who makes money in an honest way, who I can rob, who I can steal a $20,000 laser from. When I want relationship advice, I'll go to somebody who's married and in a healthy relationship. Exactly. It's thievery is what I do. But yeah, dude, I think it's really important. And therapy rocks when you're doing that. When you can just dump shit on somebody who knows nobody that you're talking about. And
as soon as you're done, time's up. See you later.
Yeah, dude, I'll do that to bartenders.
Yeah, and you drink with them. Like, it's their job to kind of entertain you.
Well, it gets done to tattooers a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you've experienced people just kind of dumping on you during the session.
Sometimes, but it's like, it depends on my energy. If I have that energy to talk to them.
Why will you put headphones on?
Or I'll be like, they are like talking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a topic that's like talked about enough in the tattoo industry? How do you think it applies to that?
I definitely think that we need to talk about that. Like any types of therapy, because like tattoo artists, like people who have tattoos, they all like have problems in some kind of, like, it can be like major or not really. Like, I mean, first of all, every single person on the earth, they have experienced some shit that influenced them, damaged them in a way. Just some people get tattoos, or some people just don't get tattoos, and I don't know, like kill kittens, for example. And
gloss over that.
I just have seen you yesterday. That's
Fuck.
yeah. So like, but tattoos is like certain sign that there were or were like problems with health, mental health.
Like if someone has bad tattoos?
No, just any of them. It's like it's a form of art that is made through pain. And you get a tattoo, you experience pain. And it's not a painting that you would put in the wall. It's like tattooed on you.
Yeah.
And it's a certain how to call it, a ritual that you do to yourself to get this art. Some people come to me like sometimes and like, oh, I love pain.
Yeah.
Because they probably punish themselves or like, I don't know, they just feel that they deserve this pain.
Yeah.
It can be like anything. It's not only that. So like, tattoos is like, they can be like, people can come not only for tattoo, they can come for pain.
Sure.
So
Like the whole experience.
yeah.
Yeah. Is this something you can relate to?
Yeah,
As someone that actually does deserve pain?
we
Someone someone
Honestly, I feel like you should get tattooed more often.
this is a funny topic. No, I mean,
Yo, because what's up with those people that are like, oh, like this is my therapy. I love pain.
no, I think it's dumb, dude. I mean,
90% of there are people I'm like, yeah, this is real, but I think 90% of my experience with that, it's like fake.
well, I
It's like
think
an
it's
attention thing.
it's the same thing, and I was gonna bring that up too because I think it's the same. There's this there's this weird culture. I think that like media has produced with mental health, where it's like cool to like.
Oh, right now it's super cool to
have problems.
to be diagnosed with like,
Yeah, right?
autism.
I would like recommend
No,
it.
no,
It's just-
I'm
it's
not
just-
laughing.
it's-
That's like a
I'm
thing
laughing.
on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's cool. Like I have autism. I'm weird. There's even people faking
Yeah,
to have
exactly.
it.
Because they're like quirky figures, and it's a lot of times I think it's people that just don't have self-identity, and they're really looking for it. Like I remember, you know, when I was in school, and I'm young, I'm 22, you know, so when I was like in high school and middle school, it was kind of like peaking the conversation about mental health. I think kind of like, at least in America, like
Had a good year.
yeah, yeah, it had a good year.
You said it was peaking.
Mental health was on the incline of conversation.
Yep and up.
Stocks were good in the mental health world, and you know, but it was like cool to be diagnosed with depression, or
What
it
year was it? Because it's different for my country.
This is like, for me, this is like 20. This is between the years of like 2021. This is
This year, actually.
yeah. This is like last month.
Well, I think it's tough because it's like when you're here and you're going to school, like you're kind of a child and you don't have many defining characteristics, right?
Yeah.
And you get a little bit older and everyone's the same and they're trying to create like their own identity and have individualism.
I just wanted to say when you were like, it's cool to be diagnosed with anything, it's just maybe because you are different.
That's
You
exactly
you
what
want
I'm
to be
getting
different,
at.
like not,
you're
I'm not like
different.
them.
Like it peacocks you.
Yeah.
It creates something else. You know, I mean, I know like when we were in school, like we were all like doing shitty house tats and like just wearing weird clothes and like trying to have something.
I was emo.
To like stand out among your peers.
Yeah.
You know.
And I like going back into the tattoos, like I think that there's a lot of people that do that are like, you know, you were talking about like I like pain. Like I feel like oftentimes those people do not have very painful body parts tattooed. You know, like we were having the conversation like when I don't personally always enjoy getting tattooed, but when I do get tattooed, like if it's like an empty shop or it's like me and just the artist, when it's in bad like spots, like I'm like, oh, this really sucks right now. It's almost like a moment to like take those deep breaths and those deep breaths end up like relaxing me, you know? So it's kind of like a bridge to be able to meditate or to, you know, just focus on like what's happening presently. Like I'm in pain. I don't want to be in pain. So I'm going to breathe through this, you know, but it's not like I necessarily do that for that. It's just something that
Maybe it's just not your type of scenario. Because like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everyone who gets tattoos they like
Sure,
pain. I'm
sure.
just saying that some like certain people
Yeah.
they come for that because they want to punish themselves for something.
Yeah, I usually just ruin relationships.
That's also some kind of pain.
So I think I saw some. You have a couple posts about relationships, right?
Not about. There was a post of me saying that I went to therapy. I forgot what I was saying there.
That good, huh?
It was like half a year
Ye-
ago.
Yeah, I think it was like something about being healthy in a relationship, right?
Yeah, there was.
And like finding your own like self.
What I
reliance.
understood after therapy. That was after a year in therapy. That was the thing.
I want to find that actually because
Yeah.
that
I
was
think it's
good.
a more recent video.
That was
too.
really good.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
have a lot of positive things on here, which is cool because I spend a lot of my life.
Oh,
in
you didn't know me before.
negativity.
Do you think it's important?
Hold on. What's up with you before?
I just was a girl who, like, for example, there is like a company of people. I was a girl who was in the corner and just like listening to them. I would never participate. I mean, I would participate if they actually like ask me directly something.
But super antisocial.
And kind of, but I wanted to be in the center of their like attention circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. Didn't have the like skills to do that. I was like, oh, they're gonna judge me. I would say something stupid, or I'm like blah 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 blah. I'm not interesting. I don't know.
Did you have
Self-doubt.
social anxiety?
Yeah, low
So, yeah, like
self-esteem.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find this story interesting. How I overcame that. It's I was maybe like 22-ish. I don't know.
Alex's age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was your age. Back nowadays.
Yeah.
She's about to give you hope. How to
Yeah,
fix,
yeah,
how to
please,
fix
please,
your
please.
shitty
I
life.
oftentimes feel like the girl
I'm
in the
telling
corner.
to you. Don't
Yeah,
listen to
You are speaking to the girl in the corner.
I am the
Yeah.
girl in the corner.
Yeah.
Girl, listen.
I'm
So
listening,
between
girl.
us girls.
I was your age.
Yes. Keep going, girl.
Girl power.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
All right, you're in the middle. Settle
Sorry,
down.
dude.
Go back to the
I
fucking
felt like
corner.
Katy Perry.
She's amazing.
She is.
You were 22.
Ish, yeah. And then we were in the bar, and I had some kind of logic in my head at that point. And I started to analyze a person who was there, and he was like a leader of a group. So everyone was like turned to him, and everyone was listening to him, and he was like making like stupid jokes, like really not intellectual. So you don't need like brain cells for that, a lot of them. So I was like listening to this guy and analyzing why everyone listens to him but not me,
Yeah.
and how he behaves, what he does, what he says, and he was just loud. And I was like, I actually made the list of this.
Like in your notes on your phone?
In my head, I just remembered that. That would be creepy. I analyzed it.
Write that down.
As you were.
No, I just was comparing my behavior and his. And he was loud. He was saying whatever the hell in his head, and he didn't have a filter. He didn't think, oh, they would think something that and that about me
confidence.
because I said that, blah, 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 blah. And I was always thinking, like, what they think about me if I say something.
Yeah.
Like, how would I appear? So I analyzed this guy, and like in a couple of days or something, like weeks, I was also hanging out with someone, and I tried to be this kind of guy, and I was like, I was so scared.
Yeah.
But I was like playing like actor.
Yeah.
And I was like, first time when people were like actually turning to me and listening to me, I was like,
Oh, it worked.
this never happened in my life. What the hell? It's just acting.
Right.
And then
Like, I just got to say dumb shit.
like, I was like saying like super like I was
Stop it, dude. You have any jokes? I have the same thought in my head. I've been trying to keep it together, man.
Good.
so I was like saying something that is real, like real me.
Yeah.
Don't cry. It's revealing. I know.
I just really relate
Are
to
you
this.
laughing
I
at our
relate to this.
fucking guest?
I relate
No,
to this
you-
right now.
I
bro.
Okay. Okay. So you started to say stuff that was real?
Yeah, like-
So you're
like
getting
real-
vulnerable.
Not vulnerable, but not that.
I've never heard of that word.
Must be a Russian.
You know, I just started speaking Russian.
Yeah.
So like something that is like really like my problems. I don't know. something that I don't have money, and like, oh, they robbed me basically in this supermarket or something, like just random example, but I was scared to say that I don't have money, for example, so people would judge me like a poor person.
dude, I'm relating right now.
Now.
Just the way you said it, like a poor. I'm so sorry. Now I'm laughing.
Are you laughing at her guys, bro?
She's just picturing Alex.
Story. She's telling your story, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be judged like a poor.
I'm sorry.
That one hit so hard.
Please keep telling me about Alex's life.
Yes.
I get that.
Yeah.
No, I've gone through that. So has Alex.
I go through that today.
Today.
I didn't want to say why.
So what happened? You started being honest with people, and how was it received?
And I noticed that people actually like honesty, and if there is something to relate to, like if it's not relatable, and that's how I made friends. Ta-da.
But it is scary, but it is so true. But it's hard to do that at first.
Yeah,
Like
I was really scared.
Yeah, because it's like when you start showing who you actually are, if
Because
it's
you become vulnerable.
vulnerable.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Because what if they reject this?
Yeah.
Because
that
if
they would
I'm
reject
my
that.
true self and it's rejected, then I'm rejected.
Yeah.
You know, and that's scary, especially the first couple times you do it. But dude, just like you, like when I was 22 and I was getting my shit together and I had no money, people were always inviting me out to eat, but I was too afraid to just tell them I didn't have money to eat, that I would just say no and I would never hang out with them. Yeah. And then they got upset, like, yo, we always invite you to chill, and like you don't want to hang out with us. And finally, like one day, I was just honest, and I was like, it's because I can't afford to. And they're like, that was it, bro. We'll pay for you. And like by just being honest, like now I can have the friendships.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think that honesty is the key for everything.
Yeah,
like everything.
Yeah,
dude, and it's and honesty is like super hard to like to achieve, like true, you know, at all times being honest, you know, and that's something that we talk about a lot. Like when I first, you know, was around the shop, I was a wreck. Like I was a mess.
We're actually writing a animated series based on Alex coming to the shop. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
It was bad. It was really like
what was it about?
Well, he's overweight. He's drunk. Okay. Is that not in there?
I was literally. Let's put it in the proper order. I was drunk and then overweight. Right?
Extremely poor.
Extremely fat, dude.
From the outside the shop.
No, dude, I was like, no. So really, I was
unkept. Very
unkept. I was just a wreck. You know what I mean? And that was something that I've struggled with like my whole life. Right? Is like that wanting to be.
You know when little kids sneeze all over their hands and then you don't want to touch them? It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, leave.
They still do that?
Like you're happy there's someone else's kid. Like, oh, go find your mom.
Oh, she's right there.
Yeah. And then I found my mom. It was John. And no, but
and then I hit him.
Yeah, John hit me a bunch. But that was
Proper
like
mom.
That's right.
That was like a huge part of it, right? Was like understanding that I didn't need to, like I would, if I heard that if I overheard a joke that made, you know, people that I deemed cool, which was like John, Danny, are the only two in the room that were there at the time. but like that made, because I walked into the shop, I was like a little kid, and I'm like, I want to be cool like everybody else here, because I thought everybody was cool. So if you told a joke that made John laugh, I was going to tell him that same joke, you know, and like faking to like be, because I wanted to be liked really bad, you know, and through like these people unwillingly being my friend, it was like, you know, you kind of find that. I was like, oh, I can just say like what I think is funny, and it maybe makes someone laugh. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't, but that's fine. You know what I mean? Like little things, like I can be myself around these people, and I'm accepted. And I think that's like the coolest thing, you know, when I can really be fully honest with somebody, and they're like, no, it's cool, dude. I still think of you the same way.
Yeah, like I realized that if I even say something stupid, nothing bad happens. They would
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, that's not funny." Okay, whatever. Skip.
Well, I think
Good try.
next joke.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Like
But it-
9/11.
We're in such like a society and honestly even industry that it promotes like don't be honest, exaggerate,
Oh,
show
really?
better version, more, right?
Is
And-
it like that?
Yes. In US?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's
Instagram?
Like who's it's Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean though? Like show the best versions.
I hear these like words like be a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Version, and I'm like, what is that? Like better version is like is it like a cliche phrase that kind of like I don't understand this phrase honestly.
I think
Like,
it's
I've
a
heard it so many
cliche phrase, right?
I don't think it.
It's like you be a better version of yourself. It's like I am already the best version. I mean, like I
Did
can't.
you always feel like that? I think that's
No,
what.
I mean, like currently, even if I'm depressed, even if I'm like I'm having like pizza stains here.
Yeah.
Which
It's
never
like, this is the
happens.
best I can do right now.
No, I mean, it's like this is like me the best, but not everyone understands that. But it's like the best that you can do right now.
Do you think Fritz is the best version of himself right now?
No shot.
He was late today.
Fritz, what the fuck?
How late were you?
Hey, man. Hey, man, the question's about you, man.
No, but I just think, I mean, maybe you disagree. I think when advertising yourself, there is pressure to lie
Yes.
or to deceive or be
I
dishonest.
feel like recently it started to be like more real because like back in the days when Instagram was like I don't know different algorithms,
Sure.
different requirements. Everyone was like doing these filters with
Yeah.
like face being like this,
Yeah.
like no faults, no nothing. You were like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a balloon.
Yeah.
And then it was more toxic than now because like now there is a trend for like on to reality, like show reality.
Yeah, like no
like-
filter.
Yeah, like
stuff
like
that.
Zoomers or how do you call them?
Yeah.
Gen Z.
Boomers.
That's you.
I'm gonna stop chiming in.
Oh, my God. That was, dude, I love you. That
You're
was
not being the
awesome.
best version of yourself right now. Okay?
Be a boomer.
With what you were just saying, though, do you think, especially someone like yourself who talks about mental health on, you know, your own Instagram page and you're really
I should talk more.
like you're real. Do you think it's important to show when you're going through rough times?
Some people would perceive it like crying out and asking for attention because like followers, they would be like saying likes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different. If it's actually genuine, maybe. If it helps you, maybe. But like, since you like, it's like you just see it through the phone.
Yeah.
You don't always know if the person is actually experiencing that, or they want following.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I mean, they can do whatever. It's their account. They can, I don't know, post anything. But would they get the results that they want?
Yeah.
Not sure.
I think that's where the line, and I mean, you're, both of you are, I'm not like a social media person, but I think that that's like the line with social media is you know, in friendships and relationships, I think it's important to communicate, hey, I'm going through something really rough right now. You know, this is what's going on. And it's not okay to put that on social media because it may be perceived as that. But if I am going through something that's really good and things are on the up and up, like it is important to showcase that on social media, I feel like.
Usually you say this to like people that are close to you that can support you, like you expect that from them. On social media, you won't get support, like, at least the real one. Of course, there will be probably people who will be like, oh, I'm sorry that like blah, 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 it happened to you. But probably
thoughts
it's
and prayers. We love you,
Probably
girl.
it's better
Keep
to
your head
find a
up.
therapist if you don't have anyone, like because like you could say the same thing to your friend. But if you put it on social media, you expect these people to support you in a way that you should be supported, and it's not always like that. Majority of the cases they won't do that because they are like strangers.
Right.
Who are they? I don't know. And like if you don't have anyone who you can like be friends with, like who you are close to, that way, you better just find as a therapist. I know that's probably like super expensive here, right?
Oh yeah.
Therapy? I don't know. Sometimes insurance covers it, right?
Yeah, certain therapy insurance covers.
What is it, like $100-$200 a session?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
like average?
That's expensive.
the problem with therapy though is it's like finding the right person.
Well, in U.S., if you want to be healthy, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
It also
I
counts to
changed
mental
like
health.
probably 10 therapists or 12.
Right?
Yeah, it's like so bad.
Like the one that I was like I loved, it wasn't covered. So that's why I stopped going because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's like majority of kind of cases when you decide not to go to therapy, it's because it's expensive and not everyone has money for mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, you either can't afford it, like
Yeah.
money-wise or time-wise.
Yeah.
You know?
I have several like friends who they are Russian speaking, and that's why they talk to Russian therapists. It's cheaper than they can. I recommended my own therapist to at least 15 people already.
Time to learn Russian.
Yeah.
Bubba Middleton's therapist.
And then
EthoOo mental health.
Yeah, Alex.
I'm still laughing about the
What?
journey. We should get
Where are
sponsored
you
by
from? Where's it that you're from again? Ecuador. $50 in Ecuador.
We should
Or
get
less.
sponsored by BetterHelp.
my therapist takes 15 bucks.
What?
What?
Wow.
Russia.
That is so odd, dude.
What's
Russia
that
And
in
she's
fucking
the
ink?
best therapist I
Wow.
What's
I've been
$15 in American money? Like, what's the difference between currency?
15 bucks, American bucks.
No,
It's the same?
no, she's saying it costs $15 American to
Yeah.
do that.
I do like Zoom calls.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Does she
1
only,
hour?
does she
Takes
only
Apple
speak
Pay?
I
Russian?
wish her.
Does she only speak Russian?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They got translator
You
apps
could use the
now.
translators.
Oh, you're right.
But
Yeah.
that's
Imagine,
gonna
dude, it like
that's
spits
gonna
out
be
some
like-
crazy shit.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
No, I'm not gay. I
Yeah.
promise.
She's like, I think there was it. You're like, nope.
That'd be
And
fucked
how
up.
long has this been going on?
That would be
Extreme
like a
concern.
comedy show there. Not
Yeah.
a therapy
Oh
session.
my god, that is such a good idea.
But
To do a comedy show
To do-
out of someone's like pain.
Yeah, to do like a comedy show with like a therapist and a patient, but they don't speak the same language. And they're like trying really hard to, and it just gets fucked up all
you're
the
just
time.
doing weird sign language.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so good for like one episode.
Yeah, and then the person killed themselves.
Dude, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. Hell yeah.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah, man. Fucking.
Do you think you need therapy?
In certain points in my life, yes.
Right now?
No.
He's in denial.
We can't cure him.
I think.
Would you be? Are you open to help?
This is an intervention, Doug.
Does it feel like an intervention?
Do you want
Dog?
to talk about it?
Am I getting lighted gassed? Am I getting gaslighted?
Do you think you could help him
If
with
he
what he's
asks me-
severely going through?
What am I going through? What are you going through right now, man?
Deflection.
Yeah.
It's common among the.
You know, I wanted to go back to the point that you were talking about with people that get tattooed. John just got his head tattooed.
Why don't we do a little mini session?
Okay, let's do it. You're my therapist.
Or you could pretend to be
I will
what your
pretend I
therapist
am
is.
not.
No, you're gonna pretend to be my therapist.
Okay.
All right.
So you just hired her
You're hired.
for $15
Wow, my
an hour.
first job.
Yes.
Don't tell him
Second.
that. Don't tell him that. You're gonna lose his confidence.
No, second job, I mean.
Bring the mic a little around this way so you can face Alex a little bit. Like extend your mic a little bit.
Okay.
So he just walked in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't really believe in therapy.
Okay.
Get
All right.
I understand.
Okay, why? Why?
I think I'm incurable. I think that when I go through, it's just nobody else in their whole world goes through.
Did you hear this from someone or you just decided that?
I decided
Yourself.
that. I decided it.
What made you to decide that?
I had a lot of sex with men. Hey, man. No judgment.
I'm not here.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You're in a safe spot.
Yeah.
We should put some
I think there's like a lot of emotional, a lot of childhood trauma going on. I'm traumatized.
I've never worked with this trauma. Sorry.
You're fired. Give me back my $15.
All right,
Why don't you talk to you about a real problem you're having?
a real
Depression.
problem.
Depression. Go for it.
Sometimes I find it hard to figure out what really matters. And with the pursuit of finding what matters, I end up with this really nihilistic view of the world. And it makes me kind of stop seeing the point in life.
Have you thought of like what you like doing?
Yeah. I think like my career, so I cook, and I think I put this really weird value in it because it's like to me, it feels like it's the last thing that I really care about so much. And I feel like if I didn't have that, then I just really don't care about anything.
That's great that you have this.
Yeah.
And it's already something that you can start building your life
Yeah.
with from.
How do you think I think a problem that I encounter a lot is like trying to find balance, like making sure that my friends are taken care of and care about things that they care about that I may not care too much about, especially like in my relationship too. Mm-hmm. There's things that she may care about that I don't really, but I'm trying to like almost fake it like I do.
That's okay not to have the same interests as your friends and partners. You're not them.
Yeah.
Do you care about your own interests, about yourself?
I do, but I also want to be like a good person for them.
I've been taught, it's not, therapists won't say that, but I've been taught that you should be the first person for yourself and then them.
I like that.
You're the main character.
Yeah.
Well, I think your session time is up.
I think
You can pay
I got
me.
a lot out of that.
Did you?
Yeah.
So therapy works.
Therapy works, ladies and gentlemen.
Proven.
BetterHelp sponsor us.
Because going into it, you said you didn't need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I was wrong. I was in denial.
And that was literally fake
Yeah.
for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it already helped you.
I think I need therapy.
Imagine if you took it serious.
I think I really need therapy back. Do you go to therapy?
I was for a while.
What's your experience with it?
Almost every time I went, I was like, this is pointless, and I should tell her I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And then I did it for like 3 years.
So like every time you
I was
left,
doing
you
it
felt
all the
better?
time.
What?
No.
I changed like 12 or some, like 10, 12 therapists before I found mine.
Yeah. I think
And
that's good,
like,
though.
there was a point, like turning point, because I was doing the same thing with every therapist.
Yeah.
I was like one or up to 3 months. I was talking to them, and I was like, it doesn't help me. I don't see progress. I don't see that we are like going somewhere. Like nothing. Like 3 months, and we still haven't. It's not helping me. Even
Yeah.
like 10%, 1%, nothing. And I just didn't book a session anymore with them. And I would find another therapist, and I would do the same thing. And then it doesn't help me. I don't like this therapist. I'll find another one. Then there was a really big problem in my life, like with my past relationship, that I was like so depressed. Nobody hurt me that way before. And I was like desperately looking for a therapist, and I thought that I need someone because I didn't have, like, of course I had like some friends to talk, but I was like, I couldn't make it myself, I felt. But then I asked my colleague, do you have any like therapists, like that are like, that worked with someone, they're like good reviews or something like. And then he gave me this girl, and she was younger than me. She had tattoos that I was also like, I wasn't sure that therapists should have tattoos.
Okay.
I had this thing in my head that
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore. So I was a bit judging her, but I was like, whatever. I need therapist more than I would be judging her.
Right.
And then the same thing happened. 1 month later, I tell her like nothing. I'm thinking that like nothing working. It's not the person I need. But at the same time, I felt so bad. So I was like, I told her straight to her face, like, I don't like you. This therapy doesn't work. I don't like what's going on. We don't talk about what I want. We're not solving. So we talked about that. And she answered all my questions, all my kind of rejects. They were answered. And she told me that that's how therapy works. It's not like you have been with this problem all your life. I was 8 at that moment. You were living with this problem for 28 years. Do you think you can solve it in 1 month? Unlikely. So, yeah, I was like, all the no were answered, and I was like, okay, see you next time.
Yeah.
And we work till this day, so it's 1.5 years.
The irony in you judging her for tattoos is pretty
No,
funny.
it's a thing. that-
I also do that. You know? So I get
No,
like if I hired a lawyer and they had a
thought-
face tattoo, I'd be like, get the
It's
fuck out of here.
It's not really that. It's like I thought that a therapist who already solved all the problems, she wouldn't want a tattoo.
Right,
to
like she would have
hurt
got him
her.
lasered off.
Or
Yeah.
not laser, but no, it's like it was a fresh tattoo. She recently got a new tattoo, and I thought that people do it when they, I don't know, have some need to be different or need to like cover some needs that are like mental health.
Right.
I thought so before, and I thought that she's not cured yet, and how
She's struggling.
how and then
That girl down bad.
not cured girl can help me.
Yeah.
And actually, there is a thing that only people cure people, and it's a good thing that she understood me. It's a good thing that she had tattoos or has now, because she actually can understand me.
Yeah.
If you go to a therapist who is the healthiest person on the earth, which doesn't exist, but let's imagine they they won't understand you. They won't understand your problems. They have never been there. How they can cure you?
Right.
So it's good that
Yeah.
she has tattoos.
Dude, that's like exactly the concept they use in like recovery and addiction, and you know, they say like, you know, one person helping another, right, with the experience, and I think that ties back into what we were talking about earlier. But you made me curious as to why do you get tattoos?
Now it's mostly for art.
Was it
But
not
I don't
before?
like pain.
Yeah, I don't really like pain either.
The last tattoo I got, they were like two tribals like on my hips, because it just looks cool when I'm in the beach or something. It's just cool.
Right.
It's because of that.
Like just aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like tribals.
Did it start out as something different? Like in getting tattooed when you were younger?
To be different.
Yeah.
I think so because of that. Because I can be like, I don't know, people would notice me if I
Yeah.
have something not blank skin.
Yeah. Why do you get tattoos?
I think it's changed too. Like now it's very much like purely aesthetic. But I remember when I was a kid, I saw in Ripley's Believe It or Not, the lizard guy. He had the split tongue and he removed his ears.
That's why
and
you are
his
friends with him.
nose. That is exactly why I'm friends with John.
Yeah.
But like I saw that and I was like, that guy is so cool because he's so different. And so growing up, I always wanted my whole body to be covered in tattoos because I just thought that was like I thought it was like, oh, cool. Some people get, like majority of people get like a sleeve and like end there. And I only started getting tattooed like 2 or 3 years ago. But it's like, cool, some people just get one sleeve and then they stop. And they just want to fit in and look cool. Like I want my whole body done because I want to be like better than those people. I want to be looked at and like looked weird
So
in
you
public.
will win.
Yeah.
If you do that.
Yeah, now it's kind of shifted as well. Now it's just like, I think it looks cool. I'm in no rush to get things done. I want the right artist. And so like now it's like collection. I want the art.
Yeah. Like I think about my leg because I have my leg like almost covered. I would be like, I would rearrange that. But I was 18 then, 18, 23-ish, this period. I would just get a bunch of them.
I hate getting my legs tattooed so much.
Yeah, I don't really.
I started
It's
with
the
that.
fucking worst.
The worst was like ribs and this kind of, I don't know how, like, it's like ankle or like
The
on the leg.
wrist.
On the leg.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
Oh.
this part.
Ankle.
Yeah, the ankle.
Yeah, like the front part. Damn.
Oof.
the foot wrist.
It's
What?
Dude, my wife's a doctor, dude. I know these things.
I'm practically in the medical field.
I've seen House once or twice.
What's your next tattoo you
foot
got
rest.
planned?
I don't have plans for that. If I find an
When's the last
artist
time you got tattooed?
4 years ago.
4 years?
wow.
You're due.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you?
Last time I got tattooed?
Yeah.
Was probably 2 months ago. No, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I got tattooed.
That's healthy.
Yeah, I'm now in like the month range where I forgot how bad it sucked, and I'm like
You tell me.
I want it now.
Yeah.
yeah.
You remember.
No.
No, you forget?
I
You
do.
ready?
I do remember, but I figured out that I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I really want to get tattooed soon.
Do you think that there's a better way that the industry could like incorporate some of this stuff we're talking about into it? Like with mental health, treating it. You know, we've had a couple people on here that are like very much behind that and trying to get it going. And it seems like a lot of people, like not just tattooers, are highly uncomfortable talking about it. They don't want to admit there's something wrong because it shows weakness and like kind of the different things you were talking about with like men in particular.
It's maybe because they don't want to admit that there's something wrong with them, but it's not being wrong. It's it's just different upbringing, different family, different surrounding, different I don't know kids in the school or it's not being wrong or like I don't know damaged or like because there are like a lot of these bad words around because it's like a stamp on their forehead like I don't know bad or something because it's not about being bad, it's just different and different life circumstances that made you to go through some stuff because you were a kid, you couldn't control that, you were dependent on your parents or circumstances or anything that gave you this trauma. You can just talk about that. It's like because they think that people would judge. If it's a man, then he's not manly. If it's a girl, she's I don't know, different word that I don't want to pronounce.
So how do you think that point of view, which is I think is like the correct point of view, how do you think that becomes normalized?
When we talk more, it's like therapy is all about talking. Even like there are days during therapy when you just don't get anything new.
Sure.
You just say like, I don't know, I cooked this today and I don't know, it's just a normal day. You just talk about something normal that is not your pain, but just
so it
happy
doesn't
stuff.
always need to be a problem.
Sometimes,
But I think voicing it and like awareness helps. We see
just
more and more
talk about that.
people
That's
doing it, even like on social media.
I
know,
think
like Robbie's always doing that. We made skits about
Dude,
the mental.
I love it.
And I'll be honest, like when we were like making those skits, I was like, I don't know how people are gonna receive these.
They loved it.
You know,
I think what Robbie does is really cool, man. You know, he just being like a positive person, especially after because he was like that before, but then like something really traumatic happens and he's like doubled down on it. You know, I think that's cool. I think it's important for like figureheads to like I think figureheads are responsible to normalize it.
I agree, but it's a fine line.
Where do you?
Because you don't want to like put yourself on a pedestal.
Sure.
Because you're bound to fail. Right. Like let's say like I started this big campaign about like positive mental this and that and like built it up crazy. People might put me on a pedestal and be like, oh, John is the beaming example of mental health. And this, what happens when I fail? Or I do some weird shit or like I get exposed or
what happens
and
when
now
you're a human?
Everything he's said is not true. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
100%. And that's why I kind of asked earlier, like, what do you think, where do you think the line is in like putting somebody out there in terms of social media? Like, do I put what I'm going through so people know I'm a human too? Like, this isn't just...
Yeah, I think it's similar to her story about, or the stories we talked about with like eating out.
Yeah.
Is like, maybe you get a little bit vulnerable and you take a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's also like, depends on how you see this falling from the pedestal.
yeah,
If there is pedestal, of course, you'll fall down and it will be painful for you. But if there is no pedestal, like, I don't know, if you, I don't know, do something, I don't know, stupid, and people judge you for that, you can, like, you are just human being, and you, like, everyone says stupid stuff, but just because you're on, like, on a TV or on Instagram or somewhere, you're like an important person. But of course, some people won't understand if you, like, I don't know, apologize or fix this somehow. Some people won't understand and will judge you, but they judge you because they judge themselves, and they have mental problems too. And
Like Diddy.
hear that, everyone in the comments?
Well, yeah, I also think it's like...
You're judging yourself.
I also think it's like, it's kind of how you do it too. You know, like I think Robbie's a perfect example. Like, Robbie is super, like his rad movement, you know, and like super positive, but then you meet the guy, and it's always like he's always trying to find the light in things.
Yeah.
He's like hugs and like, yo, you'll meet him for 5 minutes. He's like, let's get real. Like, what's going on? Are you okay in your life?
Right, like skip the small talk.
Yeah, right. And that's like what he's always showcasing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's never really like I don't know. I think it's important in the way you do it as well. Like, just from seeing your Instagram, because it's the same, like, I'm seeing the same thing. And it's cool because I think, one, it helps business. Like, if I through Instagram feel like I know you, I'm comfortable giving you, you know, money to do stuff, to be in business with you.
Like, you're more familiar.
Yeah, right? Like, the familiarity of it. But I don't think, like, the pedestal thing, I think that happens when people are, like, trying to teach it.
Or if you're like not being authentic.
Yeah.
Like, you're only showing perfection.
Yeah, like, this is how you get good.
You know, my clients will talk to me about what's up. Mm-hmm. We skip the small talk very quick. And I'm curious at heart. So, like, if you bring up a topic, I'm going to ask about it. Yeah. If you're like, like me and my wife are getting a divorce, you know, I'm not going to be like, I'm sorry to hear that anyway. What music? I'm going to be like, why?
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think that was so cool too. I used to come into the shop, and John's saying, his clients were like super open, and I'm very open about my problems. And I would like ask John about like a life problem, and he'd go to his client and he'd be like, "What do you think about this?" And it was sick, dude. It was so cool because then I got this like person who had no real context, like the context that doesn't matter. And he's just like, "I think you're being dumb." And I'm like, "Thanks, stranger. I'm not going to take that advice." And I took it a lot.
I think you're dumb and bipolar.
But like all the shops are like very open. That's what I like. That's personal preference. Like, I like it to be conversational. Like, everyone kind of talking and everyone's included. Like, a perfect day for me is just this like single conversation going around, and people can join when they want or be quiet. But it's still going.
Nice, yeah.
And a lot of times the clients get sucked into the tornado. And that's like the best.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
And sometimes it's ridiculous. Like, and, you know, we had like a client the other day.
Dude, I've been waiting.
But like I don't want anyone to like feel judged. I just want to create like an open atmosphere. And I'm very curious as to what will transpire, you know? And
so this misogynist walk.
Sometimes there's like debates and stuff, but if you are like receptive and like present to be like non-judgmental, which I feel like is like the conversations I always want to be involved in.
You can't expect.
You'd be surprised what'll come out.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Tell her about the client that you're thinking about.
Well, we had a client who shall not be named because I'm very scared of him.
Or her.
Them.
Or of them. No, but we had a client in here, and he was under the influence of something, so he was a little loose, and he's like having a conversation with this artist, kind of quiet. And I was sitting with John, and then he makes eye contact with me, and he just goes, "You know what I'm saying?" And I'm like,
Did you know what he was saying?
"No, not at the time." And then he's just like, "As a man," and then he just went on to the responsibility of men and like what it means to be a man, and essentially how men bear all of the responsibility in the
so
world.
you have to.
And like women.
Like marriage is designed to fuck.
Yeah,
man.
marriage is designed to fuck the man, and like divorce is.
He lives in this world.
Yeah. He was just going on in front of his significant other about how much women sucked, and it was, and I didn't know what to do because I'm very.
You could come to her and like just cover her
Yeah,
ears.
I think of myself as like non-judgmental because I say some crazy shit, so I'm cool with people saying wild shit, but I didn't. He was a lot older than me. I didn't really understand, so I was just like, yeah.
And tougher.
Yeah, way tougher than me. I'm not tough. And
you're like,
John,
yes.
I was like, yeah, I hear you, dude. And then John's like, yeah, man, I also think. And John's like going into the conversation.
Because you guys, this was literally gold. This was, This guy was like, hey, would you like to be entertained for the next 2 hours? And you guys were just going to let him stop talking.
Well, here's the
So
thing.
I was like, yeah, dude, I agree.
I was gonna let him stop talking because he was going on about like marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a 22-year-old kid whose biggest heartbreak was a high school relationship, right? And then John's client at the time was also a very young buck getting his first tattoo. So neither one of us could really relate to what this guy was saying. John's like, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted him to keep
I
talking.
can keep
Yeah,
this.
it was, dude. It
I'm
was really
open
funny,
to
though.
everything. Unlike Alex, I don't think I know everything, you know, and I listen to other people's opinions.
I mean, it's fun.
I would
it's
like to-
interesting. Of course,
Yeah.
like you live one life, and you probably won't live his
I
life.
felt so bad for him. Alex was like judging him and didn't want to talk, and the poor guy probably went out and felt judged.
He probably
So you'd
killed
say to
himself
support
because
him.
of it. What?
All I said was you bring up some interesting points.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I said.
We've had some wild conversations at the shop. Some good ones.
But like, if someone feels that passionate that they have to tell the whole room something, like let them speak.
Yeah, I really don't.
They want to prove that.
I really
right.
don't like when
Yeah,
people
yeah.
close.
Life
off.
is actually that.
Yeah,
I hate that.
when they close off.
Yeah, like when.
Well,
like
it's interesting what people will say when they're in pain.
Yeah.
Sometimes it brings out the honesty. You know, they don't like have enough struggle left
It's
in
like
them
relief.
to beat around the bush.
Yeah. 100%.
I had a customer like really long time ago, and she would come, and I don't remember her face. I haven't seen the face even. We were doing it too on the hand, and like there was a like this much skin I would get, like this exactly how it was covered.
Yeah.
There was a hood, and she was sitting like all the way like covered.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just tattooed her. I tried to do like a small talk, or, like conversation at least, like how do you feel and stuff. I was like, okay, good, that's it. And then she just paid and left.
That kind of goes
I-
into. Oh, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no.
We'll do it after. Okay, it kind of goes into a question we got now. Well, what personally was your worst tattoo experience on yourself or a client? Would you group that into
On
one?
myself.
Yeah. So that either you were getting tattooed or you were doing the tattoo.
I think like I was getting tattooed, like they were all kind of okay because I started like getting tattoos from experienced people.
Yeah.
It hasn't been like a home party or something. But when I was giving a tattoo, there was a guy really like muscly, tough, bold, and it was in
Like
Russia.
Alex?
Pretty much, but he was a bit older. Sorry,
Hey,
You'll
things,
get there.
hey, things happen.
he just lived more than you. So yeah, he came, and like there are people in Russia who are like really in love with Russia. Let's say like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
patriotic.
Patriotic.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're like there are different types of men, but he was like really like tough and like man, I'm a man, and he wanted to like a bracelet around the arm.
Yeah.
Like some like Russian traditional like art. I don't know, like plants. I don't remember how it's in English. Some plants. So I was making it and like bracelets. I was so inexperienced, and I couldn't measure the arm, so it would like just get together in the end. So it took some time, and we were tattooing, and he would be like laying like on the stomach and like turning like to me like, "Do you smell it?" I'm like, "What?" Like, "It smells blood," and I'm like, and because when you tattoo, it can smell like iron.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and like it
Do you
smells
smell
blood.
it? Yeah, I'm sorry, I had tacos.
I just fart.
What are you?
What? Do you smell it?
Take wolf in.
And I would be like,
I smell it.
nice, right? I made it.
That is pretty weird.
So you're like, yeah, I smell it.
I was like, nope. I was like, it was my, I don't know, maybe like 100 tattoo I've done before, like
Yeah.
or something, maybe less even. And I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, I'm keeping tattooing. And he's like, no, it actually smells. It actually smells. And like he jumps out of the
Oh, ha,
couch.
ha, ha.
1, 2.
We didn't finish.
Right.
We didn't finish, and he just jumps out of this bed. He's like, no, it's like he got scared, and he just I don't remember if he paid. Probably he paid, and left. We didn't finish. We didn't do anything. Yeah.
Damn.
You didn't
Like,
smell
with
the blood.
With this dance, I did.
You lied.
I smell it.
You deceived your client.
I was scared because I didn't know what to reply to him.
He's a
If I
vampire.
admit it, it would be like, what is it? I'm like, it smells, yes.
Sure does. All right. Well,
We have more questions?
no, that's pretty much it.
Experience.
Everyone's just chiming in. David Rodriguez says he loves you and he'll see you soon, girl.
Stalkers?
Yeah, dude.
Ah,
David Rodriguez.
see you
love
soon.
that's
it.
a Russian name, right?
I love you, David.
See you.
Hell yeah.
All right. The cleaning crew's here.
They're
All right, I think
vacuuming.
it's
Not
time
a
to wrap it
hurricane
up,
out there.
Even though I have so many more jokes for you.
Oh, dude. Honestly, this has been really fucking fun, dude. I want to keep going really
Yeah.
bad.
It was really a pleasure.
Sometimes we
Thank you very
bring Alex on the podcast. Sometimes he shows up late. But
Sometimes,
It happens. It's
sometimes
live.
he shows up early.
Yeah, like too early for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since it's a special occasion, do you think you could close us out?
Into the camera.
Bye.
Baka baka.
Baka baka. I said it right?
Yeah, it's 4 letters.
Baka. Hell yeah.
No, but like, can you do it?
Oh, yeah,
Properly?
absolutely.
Outro. Good lord.
You're not gonna thank me and your guest.
Valeria, thank you so much for coming on.
What's her other name?
Ooqza?
Ooqza.
Ooqza.
Yeah.
It's not it's ooh.
Mm.
Ooqza.
For the-
Thank you so much for coming on. It was a lot of
Thank
fun
you
to
very
talk
much.
about
Yeah.
mental health with you. I hope we relate in the fact that I don't really like John.
I won't say it. I won't tell him.
He's got some issues.
You smell that?
You should go back to therapy.
Do you smell it?
I should go back to
You
therapy.
smell it.
Bro, you were literally helped by a fake 5-minute therapy
Hey,
session.
hey, man. Some say fake, some say real. I say real. That helped.
I'm real.
Bro, I let you say your stuff.
Yeah.
I let you be you. I didn't even make fun of you
Yeah,
on
well-
here. I didn't bring up the fact that you get tattoos to hide your stretch marks.
Okay, all right. First off, man,
I literally said nothing. I let you be cool. I accepted you.
you're right. You're right, dude. You know what, man? That's on me. I'm sorry.
He didn't even charge you.
I do get tattoos to hide my stretch marks because I was morbidly obese at one point.
Like, they don't know that. They've seen the fucking video. Thank the audience for coming.
David Rodriguez, thank you for commenting. David,
thank
oh,
you.
David, thank you for
David.
Be
commenting.
with us on this day.
You guys fucking rock. Baka baka.
Thank you for listening to this. Oh, shit.
It's so much fun. This was so fun.
This is sick.
Until next
I'll try
week, see you then.
Bye.
Bye.